Hello students, for this microcontroller subject for third year ENTC 2019 pattern, I will explain the first unit. This is our first lecture. Microcontroller requires some prerequisite from digital electronics. If you know the few part related to digital electronics, then you will easily understand about this microcontroller subject. So before starting this actual syllabus, I will give the details about the curriculum. So for this microcontroller subject, there is 30 marks of in-semester examination and 70 marks of end semester examination, 2 hours of practical session and 3 lectures in a week. So first 2 units of microcontroller are based on 8051 microcontroller, and remaining 4 units are based on PIC microcontroller. First unit of this subject microcontroller is Introduction to Microcontroller Architecture. Subject code for this subject is 301484. Okay, so let us see the syllabus, which are the different points included in microcontroller subject. Unit 1, Introduction to Microcontroller Architecture. So architecture is nothing but we have to study the different blocks, internal block diagram of microcontroller subject. 8051 microcontroller. Syllabus, I will read these points. Difference between microprocessor and microcontroller. Then introduction to microcontroller classification, features, block diagram of 8051 and its explanation, program status word, that is PSW 8051, overview of instruction set, memory organization, interrupt structure, timers and its modes, serial communication, concept of baud rate, data transmission and reception using serial port, sample programs of data transfer, delay using timer and interrupt, data transmission and reception using serial port, input output port programming, and all programs in C language. So here, for practical as well as to understand the different programming concept, we will study the different programs using C language. So before starting actual syllabus, we will check our the unit objectives. So these objectives means what we have to learn from first unit. It will give the points related to that. So first point, that we have to understand the features of typical microcontrollers. Then understand the functions of instructions. Describe concept of RAM and ROM organization. Then understand the function of timer and writing the program based on timer. Then understand the concept of serial communication and writing C program for data transfer using serial communication. And last one is identify the importance of input output peripherals and writing C program for input output ports. So these are the different objectives from first unit. After completion of this unit, we have to achieve, from the students, that is outcomes. So we will get these outcomes. First, select microcontroller with application. So by studying this first unit, students are able to select the microcontroller with application for their project. Then draw block and memory diagrams. So internal connections, they know about the different blocks as well as the memory diagrams like RAM or ROM, and write C programs. So after studying this first unit, all student has to are able to write the C programs for different interfacings. Then mapping with COs, that is course outcome, how they get mapped. So for mapping of COs, first CO1 is understand the fundamentals of microcontroller and programming. It get mapped with our first unit, that is introduction to microcontroller architecture. For this first unit, we have to refer The books T1, that is textbook 1, that Muhammad Ali Mazidi, and the name of book is the 8051 Microcontroller and Embedded Systems. And one more reference book from Kenneth J. Ayala, and book name is 8051 Microcontroller Architecture, Programming and Applications. So let us start the different points which we know about this. So first one is the what is the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller. So we will study in detail different differences between microprocessor and microcontroller. But before that, here I will explain in brief. So without memory and input output, the IC is called as microprocessor. And when IC is having all in single chip, that is input output port memory, then we can say it is a microcontroller. Microcontroller is a multifunctional. It is a reprogrammable logic device. Then we know about the hardware. Hardware is related with the different real world interfacings. Software here which is used to order how to deal with the inputs. So for programming purpose we are using Keil Microvision software. Also for simulation we can use Proteus software. So basic things here from digital electronics we will revise. Bits means it is a single digit, single binary digit, either 1 or 0. Nibble means it is a data of 4 bits. Byte means 8 bits. Word means 16 bits. Double means 32 bits. Okay. So basically different architectures of microcontroller are divided into two types. That is Harvard architecture and von Neumann architecture. Okay, so before going to that, these two types of architecture, see in this diagram. So first diagram is related with the microprocessor. In that RAM, ROM, input output ports, timers, serial input output ports, so all are separately separated, or they are interfaced with CPU. So this happens in microprocessor. In second diagram, all blocks like CPU, RAM, ROM, input output port, timers, serial COM ports, all are in single IC. So this is available in microcontroller. So all blocks they are in single chip or single IC. Data handling capacity is nothing but the data bus speed of operation, and it depends upon the clock. Also storage capacity is related with memory interfacing. Again it is related with input output ports. So here basic two types of architectures for microcontroller which we can use. First one is the von Neumann architecture. It uses one memory space for program instructions and data. So in assembly language, the program or different lines of the program are called as instructions. So this word is used here. So what happens in von Neumann architecture? The program memory and data memory are same. They are it is available in single memory. Then limits operating bandwidth. Also, execution of data and code occurs in sequential fashion, and it reduces speed of operation. So when data memory and program memory are available in single memory block, then it reduces the speed, because to get the data or to get the program lines, we have to scan all memory, and from that data and program memory we can select it. But what happens in another architecture, that is Harvard architecture? It is based on CISC. Both are based on CISC. CISC means complex instruction set computer. And there are two types based on the instruction set. There are two types of microcontrollers architecture, that is CISC and RISC. CISC means complex instruction set computer. RISC means reduced instruction set computer. So in reduced instruction set computer, we are using less instruction as compared to CISC. So second type of based on the memory, there is a second type, that is Harvard architecture. Harvard architecture has program memory and data memory separated from each other. So what happens due to that, it uses or it improves the operating bandwidth. Second point, it allows the different bus widths and automatically it will improve the speed of operation. So this second block diagram is related with Harvard architecture, in which program memory and data memory, they are separate.